Hello and welcome to Southwestern Community College. This is Introduction to Sociology, Sociology 210 WC1. This is your first semester here at Southwestern. We are glad you're here. If it's your last semester, congratulations, and we're glad you came. My name is Dr. Teresa Cox. I'll be your instructor for the next 16 weeks, and I'll try to go through this really quickly. I know I've recorded this 3 times and I start rambling, so I'm trying to pull myself back in. Okay, let's look at the grade book. Everybody wants to talk about that first. The first thing you need to do is get your enrollment syllabus quiz finished by the 28th of August. This lets the registrar know that you do intend to take this course. We're glad you did that. In other words, I expect you to get it done pretty quick. Okay, it's only one question. Now, I have gone through many course evaluations over the last few years, and most students, particularly in the 210 course, like to have their content open for 2 weeks. I've tried it both ways, and I understand students feel pushed if they have it due every week. So, for example, your first content opens today, August the 19th, and it will not close until September the 1st. The entire semester is set up like that, no surprises. Now, what's due in those will change just a little bit, but for the most part, we'll have continuity. If you'll look in your grade book, you'll see that I've set it up. All of the quizzes, I'm looking at Moodle while I talk, all of the quizzes will total 75%. Every chapter that's assigned to you to read will have a quiz. Every quiz is worth a portion of that grade. So, here's the good news. I have set every quiz to be available to be taken up to 2 times. That is because I want you to learn this material. Okay. In addition to that 15 multiple choice, and there's a few true false, but not many, I have set up an optional extra credit essay quiz for every chapter that we have for the next 16 weeks. In order to take those optional extra credit quizzes, you will need to take the original quiz first. I've set it to unlock. Simple as that. Those essay quizzes are worth 6 to 9 points, depending on how many questions there are, and I will need to manually grade them, so don't panic if you don't get an immediate feedback. Okay, simple enough. 75%. 15% of your grade is a final journal reflection paper. It's a big project. It'll take you all semester to think about it. It is not a research paper. I want you to go on to OpenStax. That's what we're using. Intro to Sociology. Look on the left-hand side of OpenStax. Look at all the chapters. Choose a chapter. Something that may speak to you. Culture is a good chapter. Deviance is a great chapter. Social stratification. Educate. It doesn't matter. Choose your chapter. Let me scroll down here. I have set up an assignment link that is due 9/15. That's in your second session. You'll see in that section, it says upload your chapter choice here. That's just the chapter you choose. Open up a document, Word doc, whatever, and tell me what chapter you're going to write your final paper on. Let me look. Which is due December the 16th. Okay, so choosing the chapter, the final paper and getting help. That means you can get help from me, reach out to me, reach out to the Writing Center, reach out to the library. Anywhere you get help for that final project paper is extra credit. And that goes into the 15% for your final paper. And let's talk a little bit more about that final paper. It's not a research. It is a journal reflection. It's okay to start out with saying, I think, I feel, I chose. It spoke to me because. That's what changes it. It's more like a personal reflection, in-depth study of whatever chapter you chose. To help you out with that, if you'll look in that second section, you'll see that I have folders. It's a one folder with lots of files in it. Those files I have downloaded from Crash Course Sociology. It's a great resource on YouTube. If you look, I've labeled each one of those files within that folder that will correlate with the chapters that we have in OpenStax. You can, watch just the the folder, that applies to the chapter you chose. So it's a correlation of chapters. Or you can watch them all. It's up to you. Most students tell me that the Crash Course videos helps them with the quizzes. I believe that. But you are not required to watch any of those videos if you do not want to or do not feel that you need it. That is your choice. I have posted them there. It'll say folder with videos to assist you. Can't miss it. I will leave it open the entire semester to help you with that final. Okay. We're missing 1 point. We're missing 10%. Okay, let's talk about that last 10% of your grade. So, Southwestern has challenged me, I don't feel challenged, but challenged us all, to make even an online course feel more interactive. I like that. So, I have included forum discussions. I know a lot of people do not do well with forum discussions. So let me read you the first one, okay? Very simple. This is due in that second section, which will be finished up by 9:15. I will cue just like this. As you walk through your daily life, what are some cultural differences that you see? How do I want those forums responded to? I want every student to initiate a forum discussion. That's one. And I want every student to respond to 2 other students during those discussions. I know for some of you that may be difficult. Please know that it's 10% of your grade. I know that shouldn't be the reason, but as you read the text, and this is OpenStax does a fine job with this introduction course. As you read the text, I think that we all will have opinions and ideas and maybe even revelations. Sociology in and of itself is a life-changing experience when you start to look at the reality of it. Sociology is not something that you just take and move on. Sociology can and maybe will change your life. That's a bold statement. I know. So you'll have 3 forum discussions. You'll have a quiz on every chapter. You can take it up to 2 times. You will have an optional essay quiz on every single other quiz. And I will leave all of your optional essay quizzes open until December, because a lot of times people want to go back and make their grade better. Okay, The only thing that is going to be not immediate are the optional essay questions that I will have to grade manually, offer feedback, suggestions, whatever. And your final paper, of course. If you want to turn that in early, please do so. I would love to read it and help you with it. I have included, which one is it? Let me look at Moodle. I have included a folder with some pretty awesome, I think, reflection papers from last semester. Some of them are from summer, but most of them are from last spring. Take a look at those. Notice how they're going to have headers. A header will include your name, the course, the chapter, and my name, which is Dr. Cox. Very simply put, I think I've included probably 8 or 9 sample papers. So take a good look at those, and you can even find one that may correlate with your chapter. Don't copy it, but of course you wouldn't. Okay, that's it. I tried to make it a little bit quicker this time, and the dogs didn't bark. Like I said, my name is Dr. Teresa Cox. Do I have a doctorate in sociology? I do not. That's a good story, isn't it? I went to cooking school first. I liked it a lot. Then, as I started to age, I went to college at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. I got an undergraduate in exercise and sports science and nutritional science. I liked college so much, I got a master's degree. I started out in cardiophysiology. And as soon as UNC Greensboro created Masters in Gerontology with a focus in nursing, I switched over to that and got that master's too. I went to work with Randolph Community College in Asheboro in 2004, teaching PED, college transfer, and then the best thing happened. We got early college high school on campus at Randolph, and I was the gatekeeper for everyone that came out of RECHS and RCC, and I created a pretty beefy PE curriculum for Randolph. While I was in the doctorate, I got bogged down writing a lengthy dissertation, a little bit longer than the 6 pages that you'll have at the end of the semester. And I got a postmaster's degree in community college teaching from North Carolina State. I kept getting distracted. And I got a postmaster's sociology degree from Appalachian. So I did finally finish my dissertation. So I switched over a couple of years ago to teaching sociology, and that's where I'm at now. I teach for Randolph Community College in Asheboro. I teach for Wayne Community College in Goldsboro. I am very fond of their program, and I have a place in my heart for their Air Force base. My dad was in the Air Force, and he had a fondness for Goldsboro. And I also teach for Brunswick, which is down in Supply on the beach. So there you have it. I'm from Silva to Supply. I like to camp. I like to trail run. And people ask me all the time, do you use that cooking degree? I sure do. I made oatmeal this morning, so there you go. Okay, I have included at the top of your syllabus a business phone. You can text me on that, or you can call me. Getting help on that final paper. If you want to meet, we have Google Meet at Southwestern. We can do a Google Meet. I can meet just you, or 2 or 3 students if you want to talk about that final paper, or if you want to talk about how the course is going. If you need to talk personally to me, of course you can call that number at the top of the syllabus. That's a business only number. Is that it? I don't know if I said this or not. I have 4 corgis, and I can't believe they're being quiet. They usually bark at, air, leaves, flies, things. All right, that's me. I would love to hear about you. If you want to reach out in one of your forums and say, I'm a dual enrollment student, this is my first semester in college, whatever you want to do, I'm here for you. I think we're going to have a great semester. This is my absolute favorite course to teach because it's always enlightening for students. Have a great semester. If you need me, you know where I'm at.